Hi guys, I'm back with another video. I'm sorry it's been a while, but I have been quite busy with other things, and I have been crafting though whenever I have a chance. And today I want to share this video with you. I made a fabric and lace and doily album, which I called an old-fashioned Christmas. This is a Christmas fabric album. I tried to stay in the Christmas theme. I've got different layers of doilies underneath, and the top doily right here is in the shape of a star, and the picture in the middle is of this beautiful lady with her fur on, and she's holding an ivy branch on her arm, and she's got a really pretty hood on. And just going to quickly go through and show you the embellishments that I used. I made this chiffon rose here. It's kind of sparkly chiffon, and there's a little doily here with bling in the middle, and this is kind of in the shape of a poinsettia. This is a fabric flower that I made here with some sheer fabric, and then there's just pieces of doily underneath, curtain pieces. This is from a curtain here, and I framed her with some gold braid, and underneath here there are some pieces of doily that look like leaves, and then there's this other chiffon rose that I made, a rolled rose for the corner here. And then underneath here I've got this pretty dangled trim, and it's kind of like a dark beige color. Underneath I've got layers of dangle. I'll just hold it up here, and then pieces of lace, Battenberg doily, other pieces of this is a tatted one, and this is a tatted one underneath here as well, and then more dangles and lace. I've got some feather here, and then right in the corner here underneath the flower I made this pretty star ornament. And the spine has pieces of doily attached to it, if you can see underneath here. And then I put this beautiful flower again that I've made with dangles here of lace and seam binding, and then underneath, and some pearl, and then underneath I made another ornament in the shape of a ball with some pretty it's a dark blue and beige kind of brocade fabric. So that's the cover, and then as you can see here I've got a little banner, and it says an old-fashioned Christmas. The first page here, I've got a cute little old-fashioned girl, and she is holding a teddy bear. So I put a little teddy bear here which says holiday cheer, and it's a pin. And then she's all dressed up with her pretty wreath on her head, and she's holding a little basket with presents in it. And then I've got her image just with bridal applique around it, some green and gold braid, little snippets of pieces of fabric here that are embroidered, another bridal applique here in the corner, and dangle trim at the bottom. She's got, there's a doily around her image, but she's actually placed on top of the doily. This is a whole doily. And then dangles and doily pieces underneath. The next page is an image of a pretty vintage lady. I don't know, I think she's probably 1920 Edwardian era probably. And she's putting decorations on the Christmas tree. And again, I've got silver and gold braiding around her image, and then she's surrounded by doilies and and snippets of other doilies, and then there's little rhinestones and sequins around, and I made this little flower. This was from a tablecloth, and so I snipped it out and made kind of a Christmassy flower with that. And here's a rolled rose that I made, snippets of bridal applique, and here there's a little charm, and it's in the shape of a bow with pink bling on it. And at the bottom I've got pieces of lace, doilies, and another doily, and lace, and that's that page. The next page is a pretty image of a lady with a little girl in kind of a little sled. If you can see that, I'll hold it up. And they're pushing Christmas tree branches, pine branches. And I put a star doily here at the bottom, and in the center I've got this little pin which is in the shape of ivy, and it's got little green rhinestones in the middle. And then I made this pretty flower here with bling in the middle here, a little green leaf here, a little piece of jewelry, bridal applique, and doilies underneath the image. And then I've got lace here and doilies, more doilies, and gathered lace underneath here. And I've stayed in the kind of beige image, the beige colors or tan colors and the white and creamy colors. But I have added some color. This is like a green braid that I've got around our picture to pick up the green in the image. The next page is a picture of three little children carrying presents, and again I've got bridal applique, rolled roses, these are all handmade, and another flower here, pieces of applique here, pretty doily underneath here, and I've got some snippets of bridal applique all the way around it, some lace that I framed the entire page with, pieces of lace down here again, and all layers of different doilies underneath here. And that's that page. Then the next page is a picture of, it's a 1914, actually this is the cover of Good Housekeeping, and it's an image of a pretty lady, and she's looking at toys in a store, I would imagine. And I've got her image, has some braiding around it as well. It's gold and tan colored, and I've got all snipped pieces of bridal applique and different laces around here, and I've got a little bow pin at the top. And underneath, again, pieces of doilies. I wanted to use up a lot of my doilies because I have a huge stash of them. And once again, all the doilies underneath. And the next page is a pocket page, and this is the very last page in the book. And I made this beautiful pocket with this gorgeous vintage, it was a runner, a short runner that I had, and it's got flowers in the corners, and I put some rhinestones in the center of the little flowers that are actually crocheted or whatever this is made out of, right in the piece. And I made this pretty tag to put in the pocket. I'll explain the rest of the pocket first. There's a piece of doily here that was in the shape of a snowflake, so I cut that out and I put that underneath on top of a piece of bridal applique. And here's some Battenberg lace from a runner, some doily underneath, and here's the pocket, and then here's the tag. It says Merry Christmas, and it's got two vintage ladies in their beautiful furs, and it's kind of self-explanatory. It's got lace and little dangles here at the bottom, and I put tiny little pearls in the dangles and this pretty bling piece on it, and the image is framed with some silver braiding, and that just fits in the pocket quite nicely, and you can hang it on the tree, use it as an ornament if you want, and it fits really well. And a whole bunch of layers here. I thought I had another page, but I don't. And this is the back, and I kind of embellished this one here too. I put a bow in the corner here made out of a pretty chiffon material, and a snippet of a, it's kind of like Battenberg, but it's satiny, and it's all embroidered. It's really beautiful, and pieces of like a kind of a creamy bridal appliques here in the corner, and more dangle. And that is my Christmas, old-fashioned Christmas fabric album. Let me know what you think. Also, if there's anyone interested in buying any of this stuff, if you could just private message me on the YouTube channel, or I will put a link to my email below. And let me know what you think. And I hope you guys are all doing okay, and talk to you later. Bye for now.